Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Yes, our multi-dimensional messages for the day. Whenever they reach you, they're meant for you. Okay? Yes. Let's cleanse the energy with some healing tones of the earth. Mhm. Gorgeous. Okay. Let's tap in and tune in and turn on our receptors to receive the information from our higher selves to our heart spaces. Yes. What do we got here? I did well and fear. Interesting. Fear around success. That is a huge thing. Fear as an, what is it? Face everything and rise, right? Look at this. I did well. And it's looking at the fear, an overcoming of fear, a mastery of mind, right? Taking control of your thoughts is one of your biggest power moves, because then you're not being controlled. You are being conscious and aware and the director of your own play, right? Yes. We overcome fear. We become the master. Fear becomes a tool in our tool belt, not the warden of a prison, right? The fear prison. We've got this one, which is you, the star that you are. You, the star that you are. Yes, let's see what it is. You are the star. You've healed, you've grown. Recognize. Okay, listen to this. The energy of recognition helps you to look at yourself differently. We often have a lot of self criticisms that influence our self esteem in a negative way. Fear is frequently the barrier that keeps us from doing what we really want to do. Recognize yourself. You have overcome fear in varying degrees. And that is powerful. That is freedom. That is sovereignty. Yes. Right? You are no longer a puppet on a string or many strings. You are free. There are no strings on me, right? You're free to be who you always were meant to be. A beautiful shining star. This is your time to recognize the work that you've done to become this. The constant choosing you have done to overcome fear, to face fear. Most people freeze. What is it? Fear everything and run. you faced everything and rose, right? This is what brings you into the sky. You're no longer weighted down by the fear. You're elevated. You're enlightened. You are a star. Okay? We've got birth row. This is your initiation. Is it initiation? Into the realms of spirit. Fear is like a ceiling that you pass over, that you push through, the pushing through fear. When you reach a point that your ancestors before you have never been able to move beyond, when you break through that, you are, well, highly celebrated by your ancestors, because they're like, yes, you busted through there, right? You did what we couldn't do, or didn't know how to, or weren't able to, right? Perth Row is a good omen, fate, the unknown, initiation, and the occult. So to me, occultism is everything beyond the third dimension, right? All of the other dimensions. We don't know what that is. It's scary to us because it's the unknown, right? So we'll just throw a blanket on it. Okay. The two-headed snake with her third eye open is able to see all that is fated and is yet to manifest. Living between the known and the unknown, she counts prophecy as her domain. Cosmic and primal laws unfold before her, and she moves between their patterns, playing out her unique journey with the choices she makes of her own free will. Beautiful. Perthro, like Iwaz, is a deeply mystical rune and deals with the fundamental mysteries of the universe, such as the flow of individual and collective fate. The arrival of Perthro in a reading is a good omen if an outcome is yet unknown. It represents individual choice interacting with fate. There is an underlying joyfulness to this rune. Beautiful. It is also a birthing rune connected to the unknowns of creation, right? When you are with child, we don't know what we're getting, right? This is why we must be able to flow freely and allow whatever it is to be, right? Yes. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. I got it. Okay. It hurt to get, but I got it. Okay, what's our starting card? Beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Can I get a confirmation? Boom. There you go. You can have it. You can take it. You can make it your own. The Empress, okay, holds the frequency of love, holds the frequency of receiving, of allowing. It's beautiful. There's no fear here. She is shining. She is the star. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The Empress. birthing new things, seeds, ideas, wants, desires, just sprinkling seeds everywhere she goes, and allowing with no attachment, and then witnessing the blooms appearing for her to smell, for her to pick, for her to do whatever she wants with. Bouquet, give away. Gorgeous. Turn into something even more spectacular. Okay, yes. We've got abundance coming in. I feel like this is in ancestral inheritance. It's like every generation, if they were to bust through the fear wall, there's rewards waiting for them. And every generation that weren't able to bust through, their lifetime awards cash is moved forward. And then the next lifetime adds more to the cash, and they don't break through. So that gets carried forward, and so on and so on and so on. And this is why we talk about ancestral inheritance. Yes, this is why your divine spirit team consists of a lot of your ancestry, your ancestors, because they're wanting you to go farther than they did, to push through what they did, because they're coming from a different perspective. They're seeing that this is a game. They're seeing that there are rewards. They're seeing that fear is a I'm getting, at some like sports games or something like that, and they've got like this paper wall and then the team busts through, right? It's like that, only the paper has been painted with whatever our lifetime collects as our biggest fear, our biggest block, right? So it could look like a brick wall. It could look like the face of a dragon, an evil dragon. It could look like a dark hole. It could look like the abyss. It could look like the bottom of the ocean, right? It could look like whatever it is that is your greatest fear. It could look like standing out in front of public, putting yourself out there, being seen by the world, being judged, right? All of these things. And every time we bust through, we are overcoming, we are mastering, we're shattering the illusion as well, right? Because the minute that you're like, I'm going for it, and you bust it and it just crumbles away like paper, well, that's it. There's nothing else that can ever come up against you that is going to fool you again, because you've done it. You've done it. Okay. Which is great. Which is great. Okay. And it's not it's a continuous, right? Those facades, those hurdles, those walls, they are meant to strengthen us, to help us evolve, to push through, to know what we are made of, not just be told, right? We have to know it, we have to experience it. And also signs and synchronicities from your ancestors, from your spirit team. And they always do this testing. This is the initiation of Perthrow, right? They do a testing first. They drop in one. What are you going to do with that? How are you going to handle that? And then they drop in a couple more. Okay. What about this one? What about, oh, no, they're not ready yet. Okay, we'll wait, right? Or, Okay, they got that. Okay, send in the truck load. Okay, it's also the writing of the scales, right? It's also your karmic justice. The universe keeps track of everything. And so every time you gave love, you gave peace, you gave compassion, you gave hope, you gave love, um, a little coin appeared, right, in your cash. And this is about the getting your rewards. It's kind of cool. Like dragons have been coming up a lot with a lot for me lately. Um, well, they have always, but especially with these little figurines that I got with the 6 dragons that were in there, and now the dragons are all around me. And oh yeah, I did put on my dragon earring today. There's a little dragon charm there. And this idea that dragons protect treasure, right? This is the treasure. They're like the boss, the final boss, thing that you have to overcome and to get the treasure. Well, you don't do it by fighting the dragon. You do it by becoming the dragon. You do it by befriending the dragon, by proving your worth. I'm also getting, because of the 2 dragons up here, in the Neverending Story, when the boy in the story, not the boy reading the story, has to go through the sphinxes, right? The sphinx portal. And he has to be worthy. If he has any doubts, if he has any fears, their eyes open up and they obliterate, right? This is that fearlessness, that overcoming, the moving through. As he's walking up to the location, he's seeing armored knights and of all kinds, just the armor left because they've all been obliterated, because they all weren't able to overcome their fear. Okay. Yes, this is the choice. Okay. The moving towards love, through love, for love. Okay. We've got the blindfolded here, and we've got the Empress with their eyes closed, right? Making choices, not by what you see, but by what you feel, what you intend, what you know. Also, the scales here representing this balancing or rebalancing in love, right? This is beautiful. The rebalancing of love and love for love with love. Yes, gorgeous. Yeah, our greatest fear is our own mind, our own imagination, right? All those, you stick somebody in a room with a devastatingly dark corner, and it's what that person can imagine hiding in the darkness. That's the most fearful, right? This is the other thing about having your heart as your heart furnace, raging, burning bright, right? You have your own internal light source. So everywhere you put your focus towards, it's like laser eyes, but more like flashlight eyes, right? And you see through the darkness. you know that there's nothing in there more scarier than you can create with your own mind. And that awareness empowers, right? If there is anything tangibly scary in there, you can create something 10 times worse with your mind, right? Okay, we got the food rushing in. Okay, this blind faith, this trust, this freedom, this release, this expression, this all in trust, right? Trusting in your own ability to fly, to maneuver, to navigate. This is your new way of being, free, unhindered, unattached, fearless. This is the power of faith, right? There's a fearlessness to it and a freedom. Okay, we got the Nine of Pentacles. This is your self-care. This is you, your independence, being the tender of your physical world, taking care, holding your own, the independence. Wow. And in that state, learning how to become a king. Okay, the King of Pentacles is the king of the material, the physical, the body, the mind, the earth, the foundations, the roots, the structure, the stability. Beautiful. This is an important aspect of being a star because we are a balance, right? We are both shining in the sky and firmly rooted in the earth. This is where our vessels are physical. Our light force is ethereal. Is it ethereal? Ethereal. Is that what ethereal means? The ethers? Spirit. I just call it all spirit. We've got passion. Yes, that's your heart flame. The enrobed by passion, by desire, by fire, by movement, by action. So in taking inspired action towards signs and synchronicities, and maintaining your peaceful flow state. Yes. There's the celebration. Okay, this is what I was seeing in my third eye when we were talking about overcoming the fear and your spirit team, your ancestors celebrating you, cheering you on for moving beyond where any of them were able to in life. Recognize, right? This is the key thing. Recognize how far you've come. We can, when we're in it, we might lose sight, but we're achieving things beyond what our ancestors have, right? Like for me, I know that my Oma is with me. She is in her life. She had a tough one. She had a tough life, and she was always looking after people. And there wasn't ever any extra energy or desire to look after self. And so I'm doing that for the both of us, right? For all of us. Okay, we've got your experience, your pathway, your journey to where you are, right? This is what we need to recognize, how far you've come, all the things you've overcome. Think about where you were, last year, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And how or if you would have been able to move through and overcome. It's a different black cat. There's so many black cats around here. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You're choosing love, okay? Recognize you did well. You did well. You chose love over fear. Beautiful. So yesterday's reading, a testing time, Hagalas came up, was a tower and testing time. And I went about my day and I stopped at the gas station to gas up, and I was on the phone, got off the phone, saw somebody, and I stepped out of the vehicle to say hello. And then as I shut my door, as it was shutting, I noticed that it was locked and that I had just locked myself out of my vehicle at the gas station. And good thing that I had my wallet in my hand. But I didn't have my phone, I didn't have my glasses or anything. Anyways, I was able to call BCAA, but it was such an opportunity for me to flex, to put into practice, right? This was something out of my control that was happening. How was I going to respond to it? Was I going to stress? Was I going to freak out? Was I going to lose it? Or was I going to make the most of it, right? I had lunch. I sat in the sun. Every time I walked in and out of the gas station, someone was there on the other side opening the door for me. Every time, going in, going out, the timing was perfect. I had a woman come up to me and tell me that I looked fantastic. I smiled at some man, 60 or 86-year-old man, who ended up stopping and chatting with me for most of the time until the BCAA guy showed up, and it took him 2 minutes to unlock the door for me, right? And then I was off and on my way again. And it was such I was looking for spirit in those moments, and it was showing me that it was everywhere. So much so that it was more prevalent than what was not happening for me, right? And it felt like a test, right? I was choosing love. I was choosing surrender. I was choosing the path of least resistance. I was choosing to just, okay, well, this is happening, right? What are you showing me? Who am I supposed to meet, right? That old man, when he walked by and I smiled at him, he was like, oh, you smiled. You just made my whole day. And, I was like, well, that was easy. Here, have another one, right? And this is the thing, right? Be the smile on somebody else's face. Smile, because you just don't know how much power that has for some people. This guy's name was Wally, and I think he really appreciated that smile. And the conversation we had was good too. Okay. So I think this is a confirmation of recognizing, right? Recognizing your contribution, your free will, your choosing, right? This is what Perthro was talking about. The awareness of how you choose to engage in life and the use of your free will, how it co-creates the experience that you have, right? I just want to revisit that. It is a deeply mystical rune and deals with the fundamental mysteries of the universe, such as the flow of individual and collective. No, that's not the part. Collective fate. I mean, it is, but she counts prophecy as her domain. Cosmic and primal laws unfold before her, and she moves between their patterns, playing out her unique journey with the choices she makes of her own free will. There you go. Yes. That could have been a more of an unbearable circumstance. And it was cool. I never would have met Wally if I didn't move. I was sitting on the other side there for a bit in the sun, but it got a little too windy. And so I moved to the other side where it was less windy. And then he came walking over. So, and you know what? Spirit was like, here's somebody who needs a little bit of love, and you got some. So take a minute, right? I was there for an hour. Okay. We've got this beautiful one that also came out in yesterday's reading. Just blows my mind, the interconnectedness of all these readings. It blows my mind. Okay, yes, recognize that you are on a spiritual path, okay, and you are free from fear. You're a freaking empress. Whether you're male or female, this is your embodiment, your allowing state, your birthing, creation, and receiving mode, your holding of the love frequency. Beautiful. And your balance, right? The scales and the earth. Beautiful. Know that your current direction is in line with your divine spiritual path. Oh, right, the 3 words: growth, direction, and confirmation. Trust your internal knowing and live your truth. Living from this space will continue to manifest positive change in your life and the lives of those around you. Your willingness to transform limiting beliefs has enabled you to reach new levels of growth and understanding. Enjoy this period of insight and apply your new understanding to all aspects of your life. Embrace the universal flow of creation and rejoice in the unlimited potential of your unique self. Pay attention to the signs and synchronistic events occurring around you and allow feelings of gratitude, joy, and wonder to mark each day as you shine bright from within. Beautiful confirmation, right? Of your flashlight heart enrobed flame furnace. Yes, gorgeous. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's get a fairy card. Beautiful. We love confirmations, right? You did well. You did well. You're doing well. These readings are past, present, and future. And so apply it as you may. It can be done. It will be done. It is done, right? Yes. What fairy came out? It's G the Slow. Hey, it kind of looks like Wally. Kind of looks like Wally. Okay. Look out for his book. It's going to be called Wah Wah Wally. Okay. Geo the Slow. Cycles of time, slowness, waiting, and patience. Okay. Slow down. Sit back in your chair and think a little. Why are you going so fast? What do you hope to gain from it? Are you metaphorically trying to push the river? What kind of stress is being created in your life by hurrying? The presence of G in a reading indicates that the situation or issue is part of a long process that cannot well be hurried. That's right. Trust it. Trust the process. Okay. It is important to settle in for a long haul and set a pace that you can maintain for as long as needed while remaining relaxed and patient. If you are short on patience, try cultivating your acquaintance with the singer of Chalice. You will find life much more delightful if you do. Geo himself clearly does, to judge from his face. Okay, should we read number 12? See how it told us to. And who are we to argue with the Fae? With the help of the singer of the chalice and of the fairies, you too can get this feeling that is all the good feelings in one. Unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open. Be open. If you don't know how, ask. It is right there. Trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. The patience, for example, is not merely the absence of impatience. It is a joyful, loving willingness to wait for a process to bring us to where we want to be. It contains trust and love and a special quality of expectant gratitude within it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. And then we'll get a kitty or two. And all of their gorgeous wisdom. Okay. I'll get a kitty or four. So we got play. Meet Pippa of the Dream Circus. Some kitties come straight out of the imagination to remind us to play. Here is to a moment of dancing, twinkling toes, and laughter, where most only see empty air. Pippa sees colorful tweeting birds doing a tantalizing minuet, and errant butterflies playing peekaboo, urging her to the chase. To play is to do something for the pure joy of the doing. It is a frolicking mix of experimentation, curiosity, and absurdity. Where can you let more of Pippa's playful spirit and light-hearted air into your work and your life? Where can you find more time to play? Right? We satisfy our inner child, our inner children, when we can be playful. We've got peace. Meet Serena. She will guide you to the sanctuary at the center of your being, the place of stillness in the midst of the flowing river of life. She knows the language of forgiveness and acceptance. If you are quiet for a moment and let your heart soften and open, she will teach you these true words so that you may rest your mind in the abode of peace. We cannot control the actions of others, but our perspectives, our feelings, and our choices remain in our power. Choose to be at peace even as you work towards resolution, evolution, and change. Beautiful. I love this. I love this. And we've got resilience. Meet Golden. He really knows how to absorb the sunshine even after some rough patches. He has faced the lonely, hungry alleys, losing those he loved through both chance and betrayal. He allows his feelings of sadness, grief, disappointment, and failure to flow through him and pass as everything does. He is present with the fullness of life, the complete spectrum of experience. Even in the deepest, coldest night, there is a golden sun in his heart to sustain him. Beautiful. Beautiful. I said, why did I make that connection? Yes, yes. Okay. Even in the deepest, coldest nights, there is a golden sun in his heart to sustain him. Trust in your resilience. Keep moving, keep accepting, keep growing. The tide is turning. Beautiful confirmations all over the place. And guardian. Meet Levandril. She stands sentinel, a gentle yet protective force. She can help you guard your mind against negativity, defeatism, and delusion. She is a shield that only allows the words and actions of people with compassionate intentions to reach the depths of your being. She keeps your true self safe as you journey into the depths, seeking understanding and healing. She is a master space holder. Levandril will hold your hand in her paw as you cry, as you dance wildly, as you merge with the all, as you dissolve and evolve. Beautiful. She's so precious. Okay. There we go. Okay. A couple love messages. We've got gratitude. Yes. Gratitude is your heart furnace fuel. Make sure it is full. Quiet the mind from incessant thoughts that are disempowering and connect to your heart and your higher self and create a clear, clean pathway of knowing, of being, of allowing, of shining, of fearless freedom. And all things are possible. Beautiful. Yeah, they are. This is what you're learning. This is what you are acclimating into. This is the new state of being. This is life on the other side of fear. This is life fueled by love. And it's gorgeous, just like you. Okay. Let's get a couple charms. Yes. Okay. Okay, what do we got here? Where did all the charms go? Okay. We've got Soul Tribe on the move coming towards you. So you could be calling in more grounded, stable, sturdy connections into your life that have been transformed, are in transformation, are flying passionately drawn to you, also following signs and synchronicities to you, right? You are pulling these things in with your gorgeous magnetism. We've got the flower in the flower. This is peace. This is a peace flower to me. It's peaceful mind, peaceful heart, peaceful hope. We've got laugh often. Okay, this is that reminder to play, to enjoy yourself, to satisfy your inner child. Oh, and we've got the solid heart. Yes, this is you. You are solid. You are fortified. You are sovereign in your heart space. Beautiful. Okay, and look at this. What's being celebrated is your abundance and your ships coming in. Okay, but it's also the recognition that you are making this happen for yourself with your consistency, with your dedication, with your hope, with your choosing of love. Okay, and this flower power abundance, right? This is the kind of abundance, the gift that keeps on giving. The sunflower holds seeds that grows way more sunflowers. One seed grows a sunflower full of seeds, right? That kind of abundance that keeps on giving. Yes, gorgeous, gorgeous. There is the reading for today. Okay, lots of beautiful things coming out for us. And let's get a couple of rainbows in here. Yes. Okay. We've got this one. Remember, you did well. You overcame the fear. You chose love. You chose light. You chose yourself, your faith, your love, your heart space. Enjoy peace and prosperity. The process. Yes. Know that all things are possible. Claim it, take it, make it, be your gorgeous, gorgeous, shining self. Okay? Take a moment, take a bow, take a nap. Okay. Love and appreciate you, and hope to see you next time. Bye for now.